Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving into the world of Lincoln pennies, and we're focusing on one specific year that may surprise you: the 1971 Lincoln penny. You might be wondering, is the 1971 penny worth a lot of money? Well, in this video, we'll break down its value, rare varieties, and what makes this penny one that you should pay attention to. Let's get started. Rarest coins. First, let's take a look at the 1971 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted during a time when the U.S. economy was dealing with inflation and currency changes. It features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that was used from 1959 to 2008 before the change to the shield design we see today. But the real question is, how much is it worth today? Rarest coins. Well, let's start with the basics. In circulated condition, a 1971 penny is worth just 1 cent. It's a common coin, so it's not going to fetch a lot of money at face value. But hold on, because there's more to this story. While most of these pennies are not valuable, there are certain factors that can make a 1971 penny worth a lot more than you might think. First, let's talk about condition. Coins in higher grades, especially those that are uncirculated, can have a higher value. A 1971 penny that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, a graded MS65 or higher, can be worth anywhere between 10 to 20 cents, maybe more, depending on the market. This might not sound like a fortune, but for a penny, it's actually quite impressive. Rarest coins. Now, here's where things get interesting. There's a rare variety of the 1971 penny that can really fetch a high price: the 1971 S-proof penny. This coin was minted in San Francisco and has a distinct, shiny proof finish. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and are struck multiple times to ensure a high-quality finish. A 1971 S-proof penny in perfect condition can be worth anywhere from $5 to $10, and sometimes even more, depending on its quality and demand among collectors. Rarest coins. Next up, the 1971 D penny, minted in Denver, is another one to keep an eye on. Although not as rare as the 1971 S-proof penny, certain variations and mint errors can make this coin more valuable. We'll talk more about these rare errors in a moment. Speaking of errors, one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the potential for finding a rare mint error. The 1971 penny isn't immune to these mistakes. There have been cases of double die errors on the 1971 penny, which means that part of the design was struck more than once, creating a double impression. If you happen to find a 1971 penny with the double die error, it could be worth hundreds of dollars or more, depending on the severity of the error. Here's a quick tip: if you have a 1971 penny and notice any doubling on the lettering or numbers, such as Liberty or In God We Trust, you might have found a double die error. To maximize its value, consider getting the coin professionally graded and authenticated. Rarest coins. Another factor that could make your 1971 penny valuable is its rarity in specific grades. For instance, a 1971 penny in MS67 or higher can be worth quite a bit more than a regular circulated coin. The higher the grade, the more a collector might be willing to pay. But remember, these are the exceptions, not the rule. Most 1971 pennies won't be worth much beyond their face value unless they have that special quality, mint error, or exceptional condition. So, what should you do if you think you found a valuable 1971 penny? Well, the best thing you can do is take it to a reputable coin dealer or submit it for grading. Grading your coin helps determine its true value based on its condition, and for rarer varieties or error coins, having a professional opinion can significantly increase its value. $2 million. Rarest coins. Is your pocket change hiding a treasure worth thousands? Rarest coins. That's right. Today we're talking about the 1970 D Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin might be sitting in your jar, but some of these pennies have sold for incredible amounts at auctions. In this video, we're going to uncover why the 1970 D Lincoln penny is so valuable, how to spot rare variations, and how you could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Stick around until the end for some shocking examples of 1,970 pennies worth more than you can imagine. Rarest coins. B-roll of Lincoln penny production at the mint. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1,970 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and as with most pennies, it was intended for regular circulation. In fact, the Denver Mint produced over 2.6 billion of these pennies. These coins were part of the everyday transactions that kept the economy moving. But not all of them were created equally, and some of these pennies have become highly sought-after collectibles. But what makes the 1,970 stand out? Rarest coins. Zooms in on a 1,970 penny with the magnifying glass. So, what's the deal with the 1,970 Lincoln penny? Why are some of these coins worth so much? The truth is, there's a rare variety that makes the 1,970 penny stand out from the rest. 1. The 1,970 double die obverse. DDO. This error is one of the most famous and valuable mistakes in coin collecting history. A double die obverse occurs when the die used to strike the coin makes multiple impressions, causing the design to appear doubled. On the 1,970 penny, this can be seen on the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust. The result is a coin with a visible doubling effect, which makes it extremely valuable to collectors looking for errors in their coins. A 1,970 double die can fetch thousands of dollars depending on its condition. 2. High-grade examples. As with any rare coin, the condition plays a huge role in its value. If you find a 1,970 penny in mint state, MS67 or higher, with little to no wear or blemishes, it could be worth a lot more than face value. Coins in exceptional condition often sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on their grade. Rarest coins. 3. Rare minting flaws. Beyond the double die, some 1,970 pennies may exhibit other rare minting flaws, such as off-center strikes or other minor errors. These rare characteristics can increase a coin's value, making it even more collectible among enthusiasts. Shows images of auction results in high-value 1,970 pennies sold at auctions. Let's look at some real-world examples to understand just how much a 1,970 Lincoln penny can be worth. A 1,970 double die obverse penny graded MS65 sold for $3,000 at a major coin auction. Another 1,970 double die penny, but with a slightly lower grade of MS63, went for $1,500. If you come across a high-grade 1,970 DDO that is also well-centered, you could see prices climb even higher, especially if it's graded at MS67 or higher, where it could easily surpass $5,000 or more. These prices show just how valuable this penny can be if it's the right one. Demonstrates using a magnifying glass and coin loop to inspect a 1,970 penny. Now, let's dive into how you can spot rare 1,970 Lincoln penny, specifically one with the double die obverse error. Here are some tips. 1. Look for the doubling on A Liberty and A In God We Trust. The most noticeable feature of the double die is the doubling of the letters, especially on Liberty. Examine the letters closely with a magnifying glass. If you see two distinct impressions, that's the double die error. You should also check the date and mint mark. Sometimes these features will be slightly doubled, although the main focus should be on the inscriptions. 2. Check the die markings. The 1,970 double die is often visible without magnification, but for a more precise inspection, use a coin loop. The doubling is usually stronger at the top of the letters, so this is where you'll find the clearest signs. Rarest coins. 3. Examine the coin's condition. Always check the overall condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher the value. Clean coins are less likely to be worth much, so if you find one with little wear and good luster, it could be worth a lot. 4. Compare with known examples. If you think you found a rare 1,970 double die penny, compare it to known examples online or in coin reference books. You can find images of high-grade examples in. Hey there, coin collectors, welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins today. We're taking a close look at the specific penny that you might just have in your collection or even in your pocket right now with the 1976 Lincoln penny. You may have heard rumors about this coin being worth a lot of money, but what's the truth? In this video, we'll uncover the real value of the 1976 penny, explore the factors that affect its worth, and discuss the rare varieties and errors that could make it incredibly valuable. Stick around, this is one penny you won't want to overlook. Rarest coins. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1976 Lincoln penny was part of the special bicentennial celebration of the United States, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The coin features the traditional Lincoln memorial on the reverse and, of course, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But what about its value? Is this coin worth more than just 1 cent? In circulated condition, the 1976 penny is worth 1 cent. It's a very common coin, minted in large numbers, so the vast majority of these pennies don't carry any premium over face value. However, there's more to the story, and certain factors can make this coin worth a lot more than its face value. 2 million rarest coins. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about condition. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition tend to fetch a higher price. If you happen to have a 1976 penny that has never been used in circulation, meaning it has no wear and tear, and is graded in the MS65 or MS66 range, it could be worth anywhere from 10 to 20 cents, or even a little more, depending on the market. This is still not a huge windfall, but for a penny, that's actually a pretty decent return. Rarest coins. But here's where things get interesting. While most 1976 pennies won't fetch much beyond face value, there are rare varieties and mint errors that can make them worth a lot of money. Let's talk about some of those. One of the most common mint errors you might find on a 1976 penny is a die crack. A die crack happens when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged, creating a crack or gap in the die that appears on the coins it strikes. These die cracks are most commonly found near the edges or on the Lincoln memorial, and they can increase the value of your coin. If you find a 1976 penny with the prominent die crack, it could be worth a lot more than face value, especially if it's in good condition. Rarest coins. Another rare error that can make the 1976 penny valuable is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, creating a slight double image of the design, usually in the lettering or numbers. If you spot a 1976 penny with the double die error, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Depending on the quality of the error and the demand from collectors, a double die 1976 penny could be worth anywhere from $50 to even $100 or more. Take a look at this comparison. On the left, we have a regular 1976 penny, and on the right, a 1976 penny with the double die error. Notice how the letters are slightly doubled on the error coin, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. This is the kind of error that could send your coin's value. 2 million rarest coins skyrocketing. So how can you spot these errors? First, make sure to inspect your 1976 pennies closely, especially around the lettering and the date. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to get a detailed look. Look for any signs of doubling or cracks in the die. If you see anything unusual, it's worth taking the time to get your coin professionally graded. If you believe you have a valuable 1976 penny, the next step is to get it graded. Coin grading is a professional process where experts evaluate the condition of your coin on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins that are in excellent condition and show no signs of wear type E. Hey, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving into a very interesting coin, the 1994 Lincoln penny. While it might look like just another common penny, this coin can actually be worth much more than just 1 cent. If you're a collector or just curious about what you might have in your change jar, you'll want to stick around. In this video, we'll explore the real value of the 1994 penny, how to spot rare versions of it, and the mint errors that could make your penny worth a lot of money. Let's get started. Rarest coins. First, let's start with the basics. The 1994 Lincoln penny, like other pennies, features the iconic Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It was minted in large quantities, and for most people, it's just a penny. But is it really worth more than face value? Well, let's break down the possibilities. Rarest coins. In circulated condition, the 1994 Lincoln penny is generally worth 1 cent. That's because millions of these were produced, making them very common. However, just because a coin is common doesn't mean it can't have some hidden value. It all comes down to condition, errors, and even some specific types of minting. If you have a 1994 penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no wear and tear and looks as if it just came from the mint, then we're talking about a slightly higher value. Coins like this, especially if they're graded at MS65 or higher, can be worth anywhere from 5 to 20 cents. It's not a huge profit, but when you find an uncirculated penny, it's always exciting to know it's worth more than face value. $2 million rarest coins. Now, things start to get more interesting when we talk about mint errors. Mint errors happen when there's an issue during the coin's production process, and these errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. The 1994 Lincoln penny is no exception, with a few specific errors that can make it worth a lot more. Let's take a closer look at some of the most valuable errors to look for. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1994 penny is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing the design to be slightly offset, creating a double image. With the 1994 penny, a double die error is most commonly found on the lettering, particularly on A Liberty and A In God We Trust. Rarest coins. Here's an example. On the left, we have a regular 1994 penny, and on the right, a penny with a double die error. If you look closely, you'll notice that the letters on the error coin have a doubled appearance, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. These errors can make your penny worth much more, sometimes up to $50, $100, or even more, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall condition. Another common mint error is the die crack. Die cracks happen when the metal stamp used to strike the coin, develops a crack. As a result, you'll see a raised line or crack on the surface of the coin. These cracks can sometimes appear on the Lincoln Memorial around the edge of the coin, and they can increase the value of your penny. If you find a die crack on your 1994 Lincoln penny, it could be worth a little more, especially if the crack is prominent and clear. Rarest coins. Another error that could make your 1994 penny worth more is a broad-struck error. Broad-struck coins are created when the coin is struck outside the collar die, which is the metal ring that holds the coin in place during the minting process. This causes the coin to be struck with a wider, sometimes misshapen edge. While these coins are relatively rare, a broad-struck 1994 penny in excellent condition could be worth much more than its face value, sometimes reaching $50 or even higher. So how can you tell if your 1994 penny has a rare error or is just a regular coin? The key is to carefully inspect the coin for any signs of unusual feature. Rarest